Alright, so some of you have asked about my Optishot platform that I built. I'm going to talk about how I built it and why I built it this way, and then why you should build yours a different way. So first of all, I built this because I have to play on carpet, and I felt that when I was hitting the Optishot, it would sink down in the carpet a little bit, and I wanted something a little firmer. Also, I wanted to be up level with the Optishot when swinging. That's just obvious reasons. Better for practice, more realistic. When I built this, I built it using scrap wood. So the dimensions are what they are because of the wood I was working with. There wasn't really any reason for it other than that. So, I mean, this is about 2 feet wide. We have 48 inches this way, 4 feet. It's that dimension because I had 3/4 inch thick pieces of wood that were 48 by 48. And the top piece, actually, if you look closely, you can see that the top piece is actually a little shorter. That's because it was scrap wood. That's what I had. So it's the same width this way, but a little shorter this way, which actually looks okay because the fabric, which I got at Osh Hardware for super cheap, I think I got like 6 by 12 for $10 or something like that. It kind of gives it a slope, so it looks okay, but I just built it that way because that was the wood that I had. The actual piece that the Optishot sits in is about 2 feet this way and about 16 inches this way. Again, I just needed it big enough to fit the Optishot in. It sits inside there like that, cut out for the USB port. Just measuring. Now actually, if you take this out, and I can do it right now, it's in there very securely, so it might take a second. That's another tip if you want to build your own platform. Make sure that your Optishot is securely fastened in your platform. So measure twice, cut once kind of a thing. I do have a small piece of wood in here that is not actually part of the platform. That's just a little spacer that I put in. It's about 1/4 inch. That gets the Optishot up nice and level with the rest of the platform, so it just looks better and plays better. Now, if you're going to build your own platform, this cost me a total of, $10 or whatever the green fabric was, because I had the wood already. If you're going to go out and buy wood, if you're going to do this yourself, I would do it differently. And the reasons are, this is heavy, and it's a pain in the butt to move around the house from the garage back into here. Now, also this 2-piece idea I got because on Optishot's website, their cheapest mat that you can buy is a 2-piece design. I don't like the 2-piece design anymore because when you're elevated and you have this separate piece, there's kind of this island effect, and it messes with your mind for whatever reason. I've done it, my friends have done it, and even some better golfers that I had over have done it. They hit the platform before they hit the Optishot. It messes with your mind, and you can see here that this piece of wood is loose. So what I'm actually going to do in the immediate is just cut this piece out. Actually, just take it out because it's already broke. And then I'm going to cut this section out as well. The reason I'm going to take that out is when I'm hitting the Optishot, the club has a tendency to just nick this piece right here. Not sure why. It's loud when you nick it, and also repeated use can't be good for the club, so I'm just going to section that part out as well. The other downside of the 2-piece design is the distance between your platform and the Optishot itself. Because my platform, since I was using 48 by 48 and cutting it in half to stack it up, I only have 2 feet this way. So I have plenty of room to space out my legs this way. But as far as getting closer to the Optishot, between a driver and a pitching wedge, I actually have to move this, right? So if I have it out far for the driver, and then I switch clubs and I need a pitching wedge or something, I can't get close enough to have a proper stance. I have to take this and move it closer and realign, and that's just annoying. Ultimately, it doesn't affect anything. It works fine, but it's really annoying. So if I were to build another one, which I'm planning on, I'm going to make the actual base where I stand much wider so that I can walk up to the Optishot putt easier, use the short irons easier, and just have a better experience without having to constantly move stuff around and realigning to make sure that I hit the green screen that I hit into. So that's my platform. It's heavy, it's bulky, it works.